to that parade.
I don't know if I wanted to go.
Like I want to, but I'm like, yo, it's just too hot. Like the weather after the Raptors parade, I don't know, being outside in the hot, just yo, it scares me, bro. It scares me, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, standing outside in the heat.
But it wouldn't be like the Raptors parade.
It won't because we'll be moving and shit. Like, and there'll be more space between us and people.
We would actually know where to go and shit.
That's true.
And it's at what CN, you know?
Something like that. It goes like on a route. Does it go in a circle or how does it go?
No, man. I'm debating it still because like, Ben said he was going.
Cheers.
My next girl said he was going.
Cheers.
I know Jill wants to go.
Yeah, she wants to go. And she's going to a fete later.
I always say one day I'll do it. Like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of like warming up to the idea of going.
And the bass keeps.
And the bass keeps running.
I don't know if that's gonna even make the YouTube, so I better chill on that clip.
That's true. The way Sony and
Universal
and United and all of them
whatever.
Just coming at us.
They're moving funny. Is your shit still frozen?
Just let's start it. I'm good to go though.
You sure?
I'm good to go. It's
You
frozen,
sure?
but I'm good
Positive?
to go. I made a plan B just in case this happened. So
Okay.
we'll go plan B.
All right, let's do it then, man. It's microphone check 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hello.
Microphone
Hello.
check 1, 2,
Hello.
3, 4. Welcome to another episode of the True North Views podcast.
TNV for short.
It's episode 66.
666. Hey, it's a perfect weekend for 66 too, technically.
That's true.
Drake dropped, OVO. Woo.
A lot of shit's going on in the city, of course.
It's hot in the 6 right now.
It's super hot
Up in the 6. Yo, I would do
LeBron's in the
a
6.
lot of Drake references coming this episode.
Who else is in the 6? Lonzo
Zoe.
Ball's in the 6.
Drake's in the 6.
I've heard shit.
I heard Gucci.
Gucci might be in the 6.
I'm stretching on that one. I didn't hear that.
Hey,
but
listen. It's just what we
It's
heard.
Toronto.
It doesn't have to be accurate. It just has to be what we heard.
That's what we heard.
But anyways, man, who are we? We are your go-to podcast to start your week.
Straight
Coming
up.
out every Monday, obviously. Your
Start
favorite
the week.
podcast, your favorite podcaster's favorite podcast.
Yep.
Some would even call us Toronto's unofficial podcast. And in fact, I actually have proof of someone calling us Toronto's
Cheers! So it's official.
unofficial podcast. So we can say that with reason now.
It's official.
And I'll get to that a little bit later on.
Okay. You want to know why they call us that, though?
Why?
Because we are the kings of dope criticism. The Pharaohs of Prolific Opinion. The
This guy's
emperors.
reading off this guy can't Drake in the booth.
Can't. The emperors of elevated thoughts.
Wow, how convenient is fucking that?
It's your boy Harris here.
And you know me, I'm your skirt master, Mr. Triple Double, no assist in the NBA championship. Of course, NBA champion MVP as well. Skirt master.
Book is there.
And student 6 formula from the TTC. You already know me, JustShola here.
And as usual, as we always do on this show, we are giving you our views from the perspective of a couple of first-generation Canadians,
Deserve.
a couple of first-generation Torontonians on
Yes,
top of
sir.
that. And what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about what's really buzzing,
Buzz.
people are talking about, and most importantly, what people are not talking enough
A boot.
about. Where do we want to start with the plug? Obviously, ran off on the plug once.
You know that song was actually not named Ran Off on the Plug. They changed the name because that was the most popular line from the song.
Damn.
It's actually called Ritz-Carlton. Fun fact.
True. True.
Because
I do remember that actually. Now that
Because it was recorded in a Ritz-Carlton hotel.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know.
are you stupid? Are you dumb? I forgot what I was gonna say though.
Plug.
Yeah, I know, but I was trying to remember what our Facebook name is. You can follow us on Twitter, on Instagram at True North Views. That's very easy to spell. TrueNorthViews. On Facebook, you will find us facebook.com/True North Views Podcast. And on YouTube, you will find us at youtube.com/True North Views. Let me double check that. I was gonna say podcast, but I don't think it's that. No, it's just True North Views. Yeah. So again, that's youtube.com/True North Views. Otherwise, you definitely want to check out our website, www.truenorthviews.ca. CA because we are Canadian, CA because it is cheaper, allegedly. It might be the same price, but that's neither here nor there.
That's not for us to determine.
Exactly, not for us to determine. And
it is, but that's true.
Very, 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 very true. Anyways, man, on Instagram, what you will find is 60-second sound bites from the respective episode for the week. It's going to talk about just some kind of topic of conversation, something that requires a little bit of further thought. Like, for example, what you'll see on there. I didn't post it yet still, but by the time the episode comes out, it's on there. So, for example, we spoke about last week, where's your optimal place to listen to music for the first time?
Yes, we did.
You had said you're more of a headphones in bed. I'm more of a driving, at least for the first time, pound for pound.
Doing 160 on the freeway.
I don't drive that fast. I go 120 max. I'm not trying to get pulled over.
120 miles, man? You wild.
Kilometers, that's 90. What is that, 90?
Yeah, 80? It's like 90. No, it's a little bit, it's like 95.
No, I don't think it's 95.
Yeah, because
I think 100 is 140.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I think it's like, so it's like 90.
Yeah.
It's like 90. 90 is like 110 to like that 120 or
whatever,
some shit like that.
Something like
we
that.
use the metric system because
we use the proper system.
The real system.
Like, base 100, base 1,000, the logical one.
Not the one you got multiplied by 23.2 to get enough to get the next
We're hating.
We are.
But participate in that type of conversation. Let us know in the comments on Instagram how you feel about that. Where is your pound for pound place to listen to music for the first time? And yeah, take that shit from there. On Twitter, what you will find is a lot of liking, a lot of tweeting, a lot of random things, a lot of random commentary, a lot of hashtag WIPIPO, a lot of just some good content, man. Just some good content on Twitter. Usually, especially when I go on a tweeting spree, usually it's by the means of
back home smoking legal.
Meditating.
Exactly. So once you meditate, you're clear-minded, and you can then speak all of your points that you want to get across to the table.
Yes.
But yeah, man, as usual, like I said, we are on all of those platforms. Worst case scenario, just Google us, True North Views Podcast. A lot of things will come up. And tell a friend to 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 tell a friend. 6 degrees of separation. You already know what it is. Now, before we actually start with the music potpourri, how was your week, sir?
It was good. Nothing special.
We haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, so nothing special.
To, get the personality part.
It was. I was just looking forward to a long weekend, I guess.
This guy, one of those weeks where it's like,
what happened? I really didn't do much. I literally work home.
I feel you.
The life right now, but it's just the grind. That's why. So
I feel you, man. That's the grind. That's the summer grind. Trying to get that paper.
How was your week?
Make it stack a little bit. My week was very interesting. Very, very interesting. I actually had I
remember.
First interview.
Jeez!
First interview.
Jeez!
As a personality, for lack of better words.
Jeez!
Shout out to my guy Money Making Mitch.
Jeez.
Mitch
Gaines out in this.
It's coming out soon.
Okay.
I don't know his schedule, so I'm not gonna,
Saying he's on that. I'm not Joe Budden. What's that guy? The big guy, Joe Rogan. Same day he drops his interview. Same
Rogan
day.
Is crazy. He doesn't edit that shit at all.
He said, "Watch it." He
just lets it go.
He's like, "All right, you said
he just lets it go." That's
same day he just got released.
But look out for that, man. That's coming.
What you guys talk about?
Those People podcast.
Those
People's podcast. We talked about a lot of shit, man.
Don't give them the details.
Yeah, I don't want to give all the details away, but it was a lot of stuff. It was from a variety of timelines, and it was from a variety of perspectives.
Okay.
So I will leave it at that. But that was absolutely interesting. That was a great experience. We'll we'll return the favor, of course, once we figure out how to set shit up.
It's coming.
I'm not gonna lie.
We'll figure it out
once we figure that out. But yeah, man, that was super dope. Otherwise,
you had the Rise event. Was it this week?
Did I go to Rise?
Was it this week?
That this week?
I think it was this week.
Yes.
Yes, it was this week.
It was because I remember I said I wanted to talk about it. So I went to Rise again on Monday, and this was actually in partnership with Manifesto. Manifesto is the concert in August. I don't know if you know about the concert that Ari Lennox is headlining.
No, in Toronto.
Jeez. In Toronto, it's in August.
I guess you went to that one.
And what this Rise event was for specifically was anyone that you're trying to audition to be on the undercard. Yeah, I mean
the not headliners.
I just know the sports reference.
I know you're saying the not headliners.
Exactly. So
the small letters,
acts,
small letters on the sheets. The small letters at the bottom.
It was super dope, man, because it was a lot of regular people that show up to Rise, and that's a crazy dope community. They obviously have so much talent. It's nuts. It's ridiculous. And I got to experience a lot of great performances. A few of them I put on the stories, of course, on True North Views on Instagram. And there was this one artist. I'm gonna give her another shout out just because she's that dope, in my opinion. Her name is Milo. MIGH.
Oh,
LOE.
So the GH is silence?
Like silo. I don't know how you spell silo.
Silo is SILO.
But I'm saying like sigh, S.
Oh, my sigh. Okay, I get it.
And then low, LOE.
I get it.
Crazy creative name. I don't know if it means anything.
It takes too. I feel like it takes too hard to get to that, but I like the creativity.
But no, she was one person that I downloaded her music and I listened to her EP probably 4 times.
So it's that serious?
It's a 4-track. It's a little 4-track thing. But
okay, so it's not that serious. It's that serious.
But good neo soul voice, smooth voice. Kind of you listen to it later on at night type thing. I was really feeling it. A few other performers I was really feeling as well. Every single time I go there, I'm gonna post it because it's like
it's worth it.
The amount of talent in that room alone, and that's just one part of Toronto. That's just Scarborough.
That's just Scarbs,
right? So what's in the West End? And obviously people are coming from everywhere, but listen, man, it's a lot of talent there.
I believe from what I've seen, it's a lot of talent in that place.
I was gonna go to the Thursday one, and I kind of thought you were gonna go. I said the first Thursday of every month.
Oh, I thought you said the first Monday.
No.
Or
every Monday.
Every Monday. So which one's the open mic one? And then the first
Thursday, it's always
that's every Monday?
Open mic. There's always open mic.
That's every Monday?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Every single Monday.
That's why I thought you said next month. That's why I was like, okay, next month we'll go.
So every Monday, open mic, performers come do their thing. First Thursday of every month. Again, it's like opening acts, main act, and then open mic afterwards.
I'm down to go to that next month.
So Thursday, definitely look out for that. I know the September show is going to be crazy with the main act that talent
Is it Toby again?
She's crazy.
Is it Ari Lennox?
She's crazy. Nah, she's like smaller name, but talent wise, between her and her boyfriend, Jesus Christ, they're like, damn, they're real good. They're real good, so shout out to them. But yeah, no, very interesting week. Very interesting week, to say the least. Very involved,
good for you.
And that's always a good thing. So salute to that. Speaking of busy weeks, we're going to naturally segue into what the fuck is going on in Toronto this week. Again, before we start the music potpourri, let's just let the people know a little bit what the hell is going on in Toronto this week. So there's Caravana.
Well, it's a civic holiday, civic weekend.
Which the government said, let's make up a holiday.
The Ontario government, if I'm not mistaken.
Because there's so much shit going on in the city on this day.
Yeah, it's not even a stat holiday, so some places are still open, and you're not required to get holiday pay if your place is closed.
That sucks.
Yeah. And a lot of places are closed.
Yeah.
Because it's a holiday.
Yeah.
But it's not a paid holiday.
I mean, let's kind of...
Let's go what's going on this weekend.
Let's tell people what's going on, man.
Because this evolved. This weekend evolved. It used to be just Caravana.
It used to be three. It used to be Caravana, Veld, and OVO kind of came... When did OVO come?
OVO came in like late 2000. Like 2010 or 2011.
Yeah. So I would say Big three.
Even before that, for like in the 2000s, it was just Caravana.
It was just those two.
It was Caravana and then
Veld. It was always Veld.
Veld was always
For the white
there.
people.
How long has Veld been around?
Veld been.
Oh
Veld
shit!
been.
I don't know how long Veld's been around.
Veld been.
Well, it was that in Veld, and then Veld started getting bigger, and Drake started getting bigger.
Yes.
They just got bigger as well.
So it was a two-headed monster. Then it became a three-headed monster.
Yes.
So again, that's Caravana, that's Veld, and it's OVO Fest.
And people fly in for these things.
People fly in
I've
for
been
a lot
to
of these things.
a few OVO Fests.
Again, Bronny's in town.
There was a girl
LeBron,
beside me. She's like, I flew in from Vancouver to celebrate my birthday and to come to OVO Fest.
Jeez,
I was like, jeez, you wow.
Jeez. But beyond the big three, there's a lot of other stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
Food truck festival.
That sounds dope, man. Who don't like food? You like food?
Sure.
Oh, 'cause I like food.
Sure. I got to figure out our dude's business name. And that's my bad for not knowing.
636 Catering.
There you go. 636 Catering. You already
Yes.
know what it is.
Yeah,
He's a monster.
if you're in
He's a
Toronto,
monster. What doesn't he
him.
do?
Yo, he does
Real shit.
everything.
I'm not lying. What doesn't he do?
He once said, email me what you want and I'll get it for you.
The man said, I have a cotton candy machine.
He has a popcorn machine.
Like, he can do everything, man.
Trust me.
So shout out to him. Again, that's 636
His
Catering.
barbecue's coming up in August.
It is.
Gotta
It
see
is.
what's good with that.
It is. Just avoiding government names for now until we have that
Exactly. We
conversation.
got to make sure it's cool with us dropping.
For real. Like we said, Caravana, Veld, OVO Fest, the Toronto Rum Festival.
Toronto Rum.
I
Ooh.
saw as well.
Yo, I might have to end up there.
Rogers
Rogers Cup is starting.
Scarborough Rib Fest.
Indonesia Street Festival. Scarborough Rib Fest. Yes. Taste of India.
What else is going on? Obviously Drake on Monday.
Drake. Bear Fets.
Bear Fets.
Bear Fets.
Yo, we didn't even tell you. Soak or Die.
So hard.
Yo, there's a lot of shit.
Rejuvenates Fest or whatever.
Dog.
Friday Night Mass.
Fat, this fat, that
Yo,
fat, me fat, you fat.
If
This
you know what a
that
Fed is, trust me, you want to be in Toronto Caravana weekend.
There's a lot of shit happening.
There's day fets and night fets on every day from Thursday to Tuesday. Not even lying.
Yo, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. There's a lot of shit to do in this city. Now you said it was too hot.
I think it's too hot.
Are you trying to get up to anything?
If it's indoors, by all means.
This guy's still on indoor. You're sticking to that.
That rum festival looking kind of nice.
You're sticking to that.
It's probably outdoors either. I don't know. I don't know yet. Nothing. Well, obviously I'm not going to Veld and OVO.
Well, no, those are expensive.
I looked at OVO tickets and I was like, close tab.
There's a. Is this gentrified though? I'm just looking at this right now. It's a Caravana block party. It's on Queen West.
When is that?
That's
today. 4?
No.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
The
sounds of the eye. Listen, man.
That might be an event.
That might be it.
That might be an event.
Wait,
You
no.
never know.
I got.
you got
pool party. I forgot about that. They got the family.
I'm
what
free.
the fuck? Holy shit! There's a lot to do.
Mm-hmm. And we got a ball
I am going
court
to Rogers
tomorrow morning.
Cup on Wednesday.
Yeah, I saw those calls. I'm thinking about going to the Team Nigeria, Team Canada basketball game. That's on Wednesday.
And that's happening downtown Toronto.
Yeah, it's happening downtown. So where the Ryerson Rams play?
Yo, is that why Drake releases in August?
I don't know, but
there's a lot of shit happening in this fucking city.
Are you up to anything? You trying to hit Caravana today? Or sorry,
I'm
you trying to hit Caravana on Saturday? Did you go to Caravana? Did you go to Caravana on Saturday?
Listen, man. If you're listening to this, it's too late. No, I'm joking.
Indecisive, yeah.
I don't know. Indecisive. I'm trying to figure out if I'm a be washed or if I'm gonna get myself out there, man.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
Got a month left of Hot Boy Summer.
Right?
City Boys are up 1 million.
Yo, Drake gave us that.
Drake may have ended the game for both sides, though.
Drake gave us a nice 82-0 right there.
But that's not City Boy points.
What is that?
That album is not City Boy points. We'll get into it, of course, but that's like breakup bag. Like that's not.
That's what the City Boys do, though. City Boys are getting girls in their feelings. Where girls are all like.
But the guys are in their feelings too.
You know what? That is true. That is true. He did like level the playing. I think we're still up 1 million though.
Let's get the show started though, man. Let's get this shit started. Music
Dad.
Potpourri. Of course, Music Potpourri is where we talk about all things hip hop and hip hop news.
Hip hop.
We got a few shout outs. We get into the new music that has come out for the week, as well as the new music that we actually listen to. And then we end the week off by letting you know what's in our rotation in general. Maybe it's some throwbacks. Maybe it's an album that maybe didn't get enough play last month. Maybe it's an old school track. Whatever it may be, we'll let you guys know what's in our rotation this week. Shout out to the homie.
I was trying to read that name.
I dissed her the other day. I was like, did I tell you we have a pod? She's like, fam, I've been on this chat how many times? I'm like, my fault. I was fried. My fault.
Damn, don't be synthetic.
Yeah,
It took me a minute to read. I was like, wait, what?
That's the homie.
Shout out to Don't
love
Be
her with all my
Synthetic.
heart, man. That's the homie for real. But yeah, music potpourri. Let's definitely get this shit started.
Okay.
You want to talk about Ricky Rose?
Yes, so he dropped his album track listing.
Very old school way of promoing.
Yes, to drop her album.
Remember back in the day, they stopped doing that because you could quickly find the leak.
Yeah, it was so much easier and people
Fuck.
leak. And then
I hated when Kanye changed his whole album. Or was it Lupe?
It was Lupe. Kanye never changed the whole album.
It was Lupe. Yeah, it was Lupe. He fucking changed his whole album because it leaked.
Because it leaked. I remember reading about that. Have you seen the features? Have you seen the track listing?
I actually haven't. Like, I saw a picture of it in the Facebook group.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't want to look at it.
I feel you.
But then I heard a little bit of information and I saw a few comments. So I have an idea.
Okay.
So what I know so far is the first track is the Wale song.
Yes, Act a Fool.
So that doesn't really sound like a real, like, typical Rick Ross thing to do, which is unfortunate. No. I need my Santorini Greases
Yes,
of the
we
world.
do.
I know there's a Gunplay.
Gunplay, of course.
I'm looking forward to that. That's the only one for sure I can say I want to hear.
You probably want to hear some more of these.
Okay, talk about it.
First track, I'm just going to run through it quick.
And I haven't looked at it yet. So
First track, Wale.
First yep.
Second track, Nobody's just a Ricky Rose. Third track features Gunplay. Fourth track, Summer Walker.
Summer Walker? Okay. Interesting. Wait, that song's out already. What song is that?
Summer Rain. Is it out?
Oh, no, I'm
not sure.
I'm tripping. Okay.
Fifth track, Dej Loaf. Sixth track,
Dej Loaf is back. Okay,
Swiss Beats.
I like that.
Seventh,
Swiss Beats.
Meek Mill.
What's it called? Ambition?
No, it's called Bogus Charms.
Bogus Charms?
I got my Bogus Charms on. You remember that? I'm joking. I made that up right now.
Bogus Charms. That sounds like it's going to be hard.
It does, right?
Okay.
8, this is one I know you would definitely want to listen to. Nipsey Hussle and Tiana Taylor. I knew you were going to say that.
Ooh.
9, Jeezy.
Tiana's going to eat that. 11,
YFN Lucci and Ball Greasy. I have no interest in that track. 12, A Boogie with a Hoodie and Denzel Curry.
That's actually going to be hard.
And then Drake.
Now that I actually like kind of listened to a Boogie track or two.
A Boogie's, he has a thing.
With Denzel coming on that could be super hard. And then, sorry, what was the last one?
Drake, which we already heard,
yeah.
Golden Roses. So 11 out of 14 tracks have features. 11 out of 15 tracks, have features. Now, people don't like this. Travis did this. Ed Sheeran did this recently. Chance just did this, where almost all his tracks had features on it.
Yep.
What are your thoughts? Good, bad, don't care?
Okay, well, I'll tell you my thoughts, and then I'll tell you what I think it is. My thoughts, I don't like this.
Okay.
Personally. Not to say it's too many features. I just don't know if we're gonna get the Ross albums that we've got. Like, this doesn't feel like Mastermind.
It's not like Port of Miami, OG to Port of Miami.
Well, of course not. Right?
But we call it Port of Miami 2. I'm expecting a nice.
You would expect the same theme.
This doesn't seem like that theme. This seems more like a mixtape.
So this seems like what it feels like to me. So I don't love it. Is my answer to the question. But I think part of it has to do with, like, they're literally just playing the game at this point. I think they're just literally playing the streaming game where it's like,
I agree with you.
Don't care to make meaningful music. I'm just gonna release this. Get all the metrics behind it. You have to have features. You have to have shock value. You have to have cross-sectional audiences. Like an A Boogie fan base and a Denzel fan base are like,
nah, I got to listen to this track.
How does that work? And then they're going to have to listen to it, and then Denzel fans will cross over to A Boogie. A Boogie fans will cross over to Denzel.
Rick Ross gets some fans there too.
You know what I mean? So it from that perspective, I completely understand it. So I can't be mad at it.
Fair enough. I don't care about it as long as it sounds good.
Yes, that's true as well.
Travis Scott made it sound amazing.
Yes.
Kanye has done this before with Twisted Dark Fantasy. Let's not forget, Twisted Dark Fantasy had a lot of features on it.
Yes, it did.
But Kanye made that shit sound like a masterpiece. Pablo had a lot of features. Pablo had a lot of features on it. Kanye still made it sound good. So in my opinion, Ed Sheeran didn't do a good job at it. you feel like he just put tracks together with
Yes.
people on it.
Oh, you're admitting that. Not to say.
Oh yeah, I like Ed Sheeran. I like his voice, so I will listen to it. I remember I said it.
Okay.
And it's not that great of an album, but
Solid.
I like Ed Sheeran,
True, you did
so
say
I'm
that.
going to listen to it.
You did say that. I was hating on it because Khaled got so much hate.
Chance did it too. I think
On
Chance,
this new one.
yeah, Big Day, but Chance did it. Chance sounded different. That's what
What's his bro's name? Taylor Bennett.
Taylor
He smoked.
Taylor something.
He smoked.
He
the
was nice.
fuck out of his
He
feature,
killed his
bro.
verse.
Holy shit! Wow.
We'll talk more about that later.
We will. We
But
definitely will.
I think as long as it sounds good, it's fine by me. I don't think Rick Ross is that type of artist though. He's like an old school rapper, verse and chorus. He's not gonna do no producing in there like that. That's how I think about it.
I'm trying to like look at the song titles. I mean, Summer Rain sounds like it'll be decent.
I feel like some rockers just gonna be on the hook.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
He's just gonna spit
or
3
maybe
verses.
singing at trailing off to the end.
Mm-hmm. That's what beat's gonna be the hit. It's gonna be club hit, I think.
I want to hear that Meek.
That Meek, everyone wants to hear that. A Meek Ross song has always been good.
Meek is catapulting his way, man.
Hey, shout out to Meek.
For real.
Which we also posted on our social media.
Yes, we did. And we talked about, again, is Drake as influential as Jay-Z in Meek's life? Sounds like a hot take, but there's justification for it. So check out the Instagram at True North Views. Listen to that soundbite.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think.
Comment right under.
You know what it is.
ASAP Rocky.
And share. God damn it.
And share.
Yeah, let's talk about ASAP Rocky. So of course there is an update, as everyone knows.
Yes, sir.
He is out.
He's back.
Apparently
home.
his bodyguard testified on day 3 of the trial or whatever. I don't know what's happening, but he's home.
He's back home. He hasn't gone for because so the way what I read was the way the Swedish system works is there is no bail bond system. If they think you're guilty of something, they can hold you as long as they want.
Right.
Which is what happened with ASAP. Now, granted, they probably held him in some unnice conditions, but it is in their law to like say if we think you're guilty of assault, we can hold you for 3 months until we figure out if we want to take charge or not.
Your guy Donald Trump tweeted. I don't know if you saw
My
that.
My guy.
I don't know if you
All
saw
right,
that.
guys, that's the
He's
end of the
like-
episode. I said,
What
my
did he
guy.
say? He's like,
No, I can't remember.
we got to free ASAP or something. Or come home ASAP. No, it was like, it was a rocky evening. Come back ASAP.
He actually said
I
that?
swear to God.
Wow, what a clown.
We're not living in the Matrix.
What a
this
clown.
is real life where Donald Trump is tweeting that, where
He's
the Democratic debate is WWE. Listen, man, this is real life.
Hey,
I can't believe it.
that's what it is.
But I mean, yeah, not really much to say there.
I think August 16 is his actual trial, which I don't know if he has to attend because the way I thought about it was he doesn't even need to go back as long as he
Right.
But they're not going to extradite
never
him.
goes to Sweden. Cool.
Pretty much. He got out of the country, then unless he goes back is when he'll have a problem. Till then, he should be fine. So
Exactly.
I think he's good. They might just tell him to pay a fine, which he probably will pay because he has enough money and he can go back to Sweden. Which again, I don't see why he would.
Now let's assume that he's back. He's here to stay. This issue for the most part is done. It's just based on obviously, like you said, court and paying a fine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What do you anticipate next? Do you anticipate him? And I guess I'm oversimplifying it. Do you anticipate him fading to black for a little bit, or do you anticipate him let's call it, for lack of a better word, taking advantage of the limelight?
I was actually going to ask you this question too.
Shit.
I think he'll take advantage of it. I think he signs a record label. His record label is going to convince him that look, your name is in everyone's mouths right now. Pause. So take advantage of it. Drop a quick EP. Maybe drop an album. I wouldn't be surprised if you see an ASAP album in the next 2 months. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a single next week.
When did his last album come out?
2 years ago.
You sure?
Long live, not long live ASAP.
No, the one that you hated.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Was that 2018? No.
No, it was 20. It wasn't last year for
I
sure.
think
Cause we didn't talk about it at all.
we did though. What are you talking about?
We did.
It is 2018. What are you talking
Are
about?
you sure?
100,000%.
I don't remember talking about ASAP Rocky album.
100,000 because you never listened to the fucking album.
Oh yeah, the
Testing.
Yes. When did that come out?
Holy shit! It came out in 2018. Yeah.
Jeez.
Um.
I wouldn't be surprised if he drops an album again. People have done.
It's unlike him to do so. So it's going to be interesting because he's a 2-year artist, right? He comes out every 2 years.
Does money come out
think-
every 2 years though? No, it doesn't.
See, but I think there's an interesting crossroads because I think him fading to black is the better move for his career.
I think for his career, but you think Record Label's thinking about your career? Record Label
But I
want the
think
money
he can.
right
I
now.
think he's big enough of a name to kind of control that on his own.
Hey,
You know what I mean?
Sure. Why is the video paused?
That's weird. Probably the Wi-Fi.
No,
Anyways, we'll keep going. Who cares? This thing will figure itself out.
pretty much.
But again, it's.
I think fading to black is what he should do. I don't think that's
I
what's
think
going
he
to
should fade
happen.
to black. So,
I don't think that's what's going to happen, bro.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens with ASAP Rocky.
ASAP Rookie.
Let's get into the shout out.
Shout out!
Couple shout outs in order.
First shout out goes to J. Cole, one of the GOATs.
All of Dreamville.
All of Dreamville.
Boss.
Buddy.
Buddy.
Kendrick for the intro.
It was J. Cole on the intro.
No, Kendrick on
For
the.
the hook.
What? But he was on the intro though.
Wow, I'm a J. Cole protector.
Legit. I can't even say Kendrick was on. Kendrick was on the intro though.
Ibrahim.
Who?
I think that's like the manager guy or something.
Either way, they went gold.
JID.
RGO3, Revenge of the Dreamers.
ROTD.
Revenge of the Dreamers 3 officially went gold.
Good for them.
Really good album.
Good for them. Salute to Mariba for that one. King Mez.
Maria was on it?
She was on it.
I don't remember
She was
her.
on track number 16.
Mariba?
Mariba.
Mariba.
The Ethiopian goddess, yes.
Oh damn, I missed her.
She was on it.
Smino was on it.
Smino was on it. Great album. Great album.
Really
Of
good
course,
album.
a lot of replay value. Saba Pivot had probably top 3 verse on the album. Yeah, man, a lot of names on there. Good for them. A lot of similar genres of music, if you want to call it that. So it's not really a lot of cross-sectional
Yeah, it was
going
pretty
on.
much rap.
But I mean, like the same fan bases, right? Like I even think about the example of the 2 concerts that I went to back to back.
This
So a day 1 was Smino and Earth Gang,
Mm-hmm.
and then the day 2 was JID and
Pivot, no?
Pivot, and I think and that show also had King Mez and Mariba,
Mm-hmm. One
right?
of those.
So the same audiences were at both shows.
Pretty much.
And
you
that's
said
like
that.
9 people on the album. I just took that in.
That's like more than that's like 80% of the album.
I saw like fucking 8 of the features.
It made sense though. Like they do have that similar type of
So
style.
they have the same
in a
fan
way.
base. So it's not like this was a cheat code in terms of getting. It's not like
No.
a Khaled or a Ed Sheeran.
It wasn't.
Right. So a relatively organic 100,000. You got to salute them for that, especially that it wasn't a predominantly J. Cole album. So it wasn't like the J. Cole stands were gonna go check it out per
even though
se.
they did.
But what I really like about Revenge of the Dreamers 3 is, anyone that you hear talk about it or anyone that you hear that enjoys it, it's not, they enjoy the depths of it, right? So they enjoy cause. They appreciate loot. They appreciate, Boss and even JID, obviously as big as he is. But, anyone that you hear really kind of critique the album in any sort of extended fashion, they know the ins and outs of who's on it. So you appreciate that just kind of, appreciation of music and appreciation of the art form. Right? So, definitely a salute to them. I don't know if you wanted to add any words to that.
No, there's nothing. Just salute to them. I thought it was a good album and good for it to go gold.
Definitely. Let's give them a little round of applause again.
Another person that has not gone gold because we've not heard his album yet.
Shout out to, first of all, underscore. Is that 2 underscores? I don't even know how big underscores
That's
nowadays.
2 underscores.
Underscore D Cash. Join the chat. You already know what it is.
Look at the whole table.
Almost spilled my water. But it is what it is.
Shout out to Lil Uzi Vert. On July 31st, he turned 25.
And on his 3rd day, which is the day that we're recording, he says, "Only my 3rd day
Damn,
out here.
yo,
I don't know."
He had a tweet 2 years ago that said,
David's only like my 3rd day. That's too long of a title. Anyways, go on.
he had a tweet 2 years ago that said, if you're over 25, you're officially an old head. So I guess Uzi's the old head now.
Uzi's an old head now. And that's kind of facts. I mean, it's not 25 in my opinion, it's 26, but it's right there.
I think it's more of a mental thing, but that's a story for a different day.
Anyways, man, salute to Lil Uzi Vert. Let me give him a round of applause as well.
Drop that album, please. Drop that album.
Eternal Awake. What if it's
take.
trash?
Eternal the take.
What if it's trash?
Hope Uzi doesn't drop trash.
Because
Uzi doesn't drop trash.
Man,
Uzi doesn't drop trash.
Uzi's running out of time.
Uzi doesn't drop trash. He is because he's not dropping shit. But Uzi does not drop trash. I'm not an Uzi defender, but I like Uzi's work. I think he doesn't drop trash.
True. Third shout out, and this is, I guess, just, you know, this shouldn't have happened in the first place, but it's a shout out to her freedom. So
Okay.
I think that deserves a round of applause in and of itself. Cyntoia Brown.
Who's that?
So let me give a round of applause first. The freedom seems to be coming, so definitely happy to hear that. So you definitely have heard the story. This happened a number of years ago. This happened a long fucking time ago. Holy shit. But in terms of when she was in headlines, you definitely heard the story as well. So I'll just read a little bit of the CNN article here. So after spending half of her life behind bars, Cyntoia Brown will walk out of prison next week as a free woman. She will be released to parole supervision on August 7th, according to her former Tennessee governor. Not her former, but just former. The 31-year-old was sentenced to life in prison in connection with the killing of a Nashville man who Brown said had solicited her for sex. According to Brown, she was raped and forced into prostitution by a pimp and ended up killing one of her clients out of self-defense. Although she was only 16 at the time, she was tried as an adult and given a life sentence. So obviously it was the courts probably used, I don't know why they were using her other than the fact that she's black, but they obviously used her and, very unjust.
I gotta see the full case of this, but either way, it's good for her. If she's
self-defending herself, I don't think.
I just think
there's anything to really.
I think that's one side of the story.
I don't think another side is needed. That's just my opinion.
People lie. I'm not saying she's lying again. I'm not saying she's lying. I'm not saying she's, by all means, I think she's actually innocent.
Let's get away from this one.
I don't.
Cyntoia Brown,
I need to hear both sides
before
I make a decision.
Released from prison next week. So definitely applause to freedom. That was a deep cut. The Barbs will get that one. Anyways, I think that's all. I think that's all I have for shoutouts.
Yeah,
I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about Nicki Minaj. Let's get into new music then, man. Do we want to cut the live?
Yes, we do.
All right. So shout out to everyone that joined us on the live. I don't know why it disconnected and reconnected, but it did what it did. Shout out to the real Lamar Love for joining right at the end of us recording. Either way, shout out to you. Salute. And we off this camera stuff, man. Let's get into this new music, though, man. New motherfucking music. As usual, shout out to Boozy Fade.
Shout out to the Fade.
They provide about 80%, a solid 80% of the albums that have come up for the week, as well as the singles that have dropped as well. So let's go through the ones that have come out, and then we'll get into what we listened to. I will speak in advance and say, God damn, did nothing come out.
Nothing came out.
Drake Care Package.
Yes. That was a headliner.
Yes. Lil Durk came out with Love Songs for the Streets 2.
Oh, I thought it was 3.
No,
like the album cover. I saw the album cover. I thought it said 3 on it. I must have said 2.
Maybe, I don't know. Someone could have a typo somewhere. Rich the Kid. Rich Forever 4. I would want to listen to that, but like
I have no interest.
You hate Rich the Kid. I don't know why. I think he has a nice little bop to him. Pause. But I just like him on features. That's all.
I work with him on features. I'm not trying to listen to a whole album of Rich the Kid. He is not worthy of that.
Black Milk came out with one called Dive.
STN, which is a group comprised of Lil Barrett, Acer, and Joe Easy, came out with something called STN, the mixtape.
Is it STN? I thought it was like station. I don't
know.
No,
STN is South to North.
It's hard to tell with these fucking acronyms nowadays. Okay, true.
Paul Wall,
what it do? Is still calling it Frozen Face?
Frozen Face 2?
2, okay.
This 2 just came out.
It's like Frozen Face 37. It's kind of it.
Maybelle, I don't know if you know her.
I don't.
I only know her because I think I only know her because of that. She is a good singer too, but she is really pretty. but I know her for that. Lil Reese.
True.
I think he's from Chicago. One of those drill guys.
That one's called Get Back Gang 2.
Get Back Gang 2. Yeah, that's what it ends.
Mabel's stuff is called High
Oh, I didn't
Expectations.
even name Mabel's spot.
Ye Ali came out with Private Suite 2.
Layla Ali.
Ye Ali. I might check that out.
That part got cut off because I did not think it was useful.
Damn, son. Singles. Some singles that came out to Tyga, YG, and Blueface. I thought this song had already been out. There's 7,000 versions of this song. It's called Bop.
I think all three of them have made 10 songs together in the last 2 months.
Yes, it's very confusing. Like, just release the album. Then
Right.
Fuck. Snow Allegra came out with one called Situationship. I have not listened to that yet.
Kennedy Road. I'm only saying this because it's called Kennedy Road,
Mhm.
which is a big street in Toronto. If you're
One
from
of the
Toronto,
longest. One of the longest.
he came out with, or she,
I
or
think Yonge
they.
Street is the longest street in the world.
Yeah, Yonge Street is the longest in the world.
Damn, son.
Mhm.
Where'd
And
you
that's
get
in the
that
center of
at?
Toronto. I don't know if it's a group or if it's a guy or if it's a girl, so I'm just gonna say they. They came out with, I guess, 2 songs: "Get to Know Me" and "Vibrations."
Where you see that?
No, the third. The one with the Canadian flag.
Oh, word. True. I was looking for them. I'm like, oh, okay. Denzel Curry came out with a few of them. He came out
A
with
few of
one.
them.
He came out with one featuring Fucked Up. It's called Clout Cobain.
I want to listen to that.
And he came out with one featuring Bad Brains called Eye Against Eye. Curry's doing some work, man. Curry's doing some work.
Quality Control is hyping up their album coming out.
Yes.
Came out with 2 songs. One with Migos, Gucci Mane, Lil Yachty called Intro. I wonder where that's going to be on the album.
Wow.
Probably going
That is crazy.
to release your intro as a single.
Wow, I rate that. That's
It actually
so
sounds
heavy.
hard too. The single I heard that song sounds hard. And then they came out with another song with Young Thug and 24 Heavy called there's no thing there. Yeah,
So
no title there.
they're doing their revenge.
Yeah,
Wow.
they've done it before though. They did last year too.
Did they?
Yeah, the second version they did, or 2 years ago. They called
When did
Quality Stream. It's called Quality Control Music or something is what it's called.
shit? I
Or-
mean, I mean, I think there's a much bigger opportunity to advertise it differently.
Oh yeah, Quality's bad at advertising. Everyone
think
knows
so?
that. They're really bad. They just have artists that always just make hits, but they're really bad at advertising. Lil Yachty's not advertised that much from them. Only Migos is the biggest
But
artist.
Yachty got a Nautica deal.
Yeah, but that was before he signed with them. This was like
Was it? No.
This was like when he was still young, when he just started. His Nautica deal only came because he wore a lot of Nautica in pictures, and Nautica was like, "Oh shit, you
Because
wear our
his
work, you're
label.
famous." No, well, yeah, they probably said wear more.
So then, what are you talking?
There's more to.
about?
There's more than just like just like putting your music out there. They don't put the people's music out there
they're not good
properly.
at promoting music.
Yes, there we go. Like they can get your names out there. Like not to put Migos. They're not to advertise their artists, but their music don't slap. Like they're not going to sell this album on this album. That's what I mean. Like they're going to put names on it.
I get what you mean.
They can't sell albums. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
They can't sell
Okay,
albums.
that makes sense.
They can't sell music.
That makes sense. Cash Doll came out with one called Here I Go. Tiana Taylor featuring King Combs. How You Want It.
YK Osiris.
He was on Freshman.
Yes. He was that guy singing with touching his throat.
Didn't listen to his.
He came out. You didn't miss much. He came out with Shakira, a song called Shakira.
And speaking of back in the day, Cassie
Yo,
came out with one called Teach Me. Should I make that paper?
Dave East came out with 2 songs, 2 features on it, or 1 feature on both. Or I mean,
What if
2 songs, 2 features. First song featured Max
features
B. Had was called "Wanna Be a G." Second song featured Gunna, Unexpected, Not See That Coming. Called "Every Day," which I actually want to listen to now.
Rico Nasty. Shout out to her. She came out with one called Welcome to the Party.
She's good, man. She's
Oh
good.
shit! Kate Renata dropped. Whoa! I
He's
did not see
Canadian?
that. Yeah, he is from Quebec.
Ah.
Kate Renata came out with one called Nonsense. Yo.
Khalid
We're getting
came out with a song called "Right Back," and that featured A Boogie with the hoodie.
Partisan Fontaine, Shea Butter,
Ghostface Killer.
Party Over Here. I do want to talk about a little bit. Rhapsody featuring D'Angelo and
Russell
GZA.
and GZA.
I don't know how to pronounce it, man. I'm sorry. Ibti? What?
Is that like are those acronyms or is that actually
No,
one
it's
word?
like actual word.
Ibtihaj.
Sure.
Ibtihaj.
Good job. Ibtihaj by Rhapsody featuring D'Angelo and GZA. That one's a really good single. Definitely go listen to that.
GZA
And I think
Rhapsody?
Rap is probably releasing If she's smart, I wouldn't do next week. I would wait till after Ross drops, but we'll see.
Ooh, do you know who that Ibjahab girl is? Or sorry, do you know what the song title is about?
I listen to the song, so I get a feel for it, but no, I don't technically know.
Ibda, again, I cannot say. I'm just going to skip her first name. Is an American saber fencer and a member of United States fencing team. She's best known for being the first Muslim American to wear a hijab while competing for United States in the Olympics.
Oh, I think I remember that.
So
I think I remember that. So that's dope then.
maybe that will make you understand. Maybe just some deep
That's
cuts
dope.
there in the song.
No, shout out to Rapsody's hella dope. And again, Kate Trinata, again, because I want to highlight that again. It's called Nonsense, and he's super dope, and I want to get that. So let's talk about what we actually listened to.
Okay, I finished up Chance the Rapper's album.
So yeah, let's go back in time for a second. Chance the Rapper, The Big Day. You said you finished it. I
Yes.
listened to it for the first time.
So give me a review.
So we can talk about it a little bit. It was cool.
Okay, that's how I felt too.
It was cool. I mean, it's there. I had a hard time trying to decipher his demographic.
I didn't know what he was going for on this album.
Yes, I was
didn't
like,
know.
because I was thinking like, I can't even really think of an example off the top of the head, but there's the demographic that targets the young audiences.
Mm-hmm.
There's a demographic that targets like the quote unquote real hip hop listeners.
Mm-hmm.
The quote unquote like people like myself that listen to a lot of introspective J. Cole-esque type music. And then there's kind of the trap side of things, right? There's different markets to promote to. I don't
And he was everywhere.
know what he's doing.
He was everywhere with this. He was singing on some songs. He was trap singing. He was trap rapping.
Now,
then
for
he
what it was
rapping.
decent. I mean, some of the features were decent.
Francis and the Lights, St. Francis and the Lights killed his feature. Like you said, his brother killed his
I don't
feature.
particularly remember any feature other than his brother because it's not listed.
Nikki
Right?
killed her
Yeah,
feature.
Nikki
and
song.
Slide Around.
Whoa, that Nikki song is great. Wow.
That song slaps.
Nikki is great. She's
Yeah.
great. She's great,
Nikki,
man.
like that's why I hated when everyone was hating on her album. Like we may not like her at the moment, but Nikki has talent in what she does. Let's not forget
She's
that.
super talented. It's crazy. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was okay, like you said. I really have nothing much to say about it. I would say listen to it. I think everyone will find a few songs they like on it.
Yes.
You're not wasting your time listening to it.
It didn't feel long.
Yeah, it didn't feel long
Which is
it,
interesting.
It was all different songs.
Yeah, because it was what? It was 22.
22. Over an hour for sure.
20, hour 21,
Yeah.
something like that. It didn't feel long.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, I mean, some of the features super hit. Again, the Taylor Bennett, whatever his name is, that's super hit. A few other ones as well. And I think you described it best. You just listen to it, pick a few of them that you like, download them or put them on a playlist or what have you. And that's kind of it.
I made a mistake of listening to acid rap before this. It did not sound like acid rap.
I wouldn't say that's a mistake, though.
No, acid rap would just sound like the chance I wanted, and that was not a chance I got. Because I listened to acid rap thinking like, okay, I want to get like acid rap part 2.
I listened to acid rap thinking that was gonna be Twisted Fantasy or some shit.
Well,
that
that's
shit is not even better than Coloring Book, man.
It's
Fuck.
not. It's not. I think Coloring Book is better.
I can't believe.
But Coloring Book was when he changed
people
his
had
style.
me sold on acid rap like it was that album, bruh. It's good.
If Coloring Book followed the route of acid rap, it had that potential of like Coloring Book to be 10 times different. But Coloring Book would have been a different album. Trust me. He changed up the whole style going into Coloring Book.
But I listened to both. I didn't feel like it was a huge shift. I just feel like Coloring Book was just better, like just progressive or progression, I should say.
I felt acid rap was more darker. Coloring Book was more colorful.
Fair. Can't hate on that. So let's kind of get off. Do you have a rating for Chance the Rapper, The Big Day?
7 out of 10.
I can't say that. I would say 6.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I like Chance, so
I haven't had a reason to go back to it. I mean, the
fair
Nicki
enough.
track, now that you mentioned it, I'm thinking about that out loud, and I'm like, I got to go play that.
Well, I've gone back to it a few times
But
already.
other than that, I can't really, and not to say I hate anything. It's just,
Yeah, it's not memorable for you.
yeah, I don't remember anything.
Why
from
waste
it,
my time on something I'm not going to remember?
right? Let's talk a little bit about Drake
Yes,
Care
sir.
Package. This shit had me confused at first because, like I said, when I'm on Twitter, I'm at home, I'm ready to get the Twitter fingers ready. Usually it's while I'm
Back home smoking legal.
And I was doing that, or I had just finished doing that, and I open Twitter and I see Drake dropping in an hour.
Jeez.
And I'm like, whoa, what?
This one's been 11 o'clock at night.
Now, at this point, that's a good one. At this point, I'm like, now I'm not gonna stay up.
Oh yeah, I don't stay up to
sorry,
listen to music anymore.
No.
Like, those times are gone.
I have priorities.
We don't make money off staying up.
You know what I mean? Like, so I said to myself, whatever, I'm just gonna bump it in the morning.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I'm someone who was very reluctant to listen to Drake in the past, as you know, other than like So Far Gone Drake.
Yeah.
And no, not So Far Gone.
Comeback season.
Comeback season Drake.
Yep.
But once he moved away from Comeback season to So Far Gone, I fell off of Drake.
Okay, fair enough.
Right. So there's a lot of music that I missed. So at first I'm listening, and then track 2 comes on. I'm like, when did The Motion come out? Isn't it 2017? Okay, whatever. He's throwing an old single on there.
Yeah.
I said, new music. Let's go. Let's go.
This guy was waiting for that new music.
And then like I saw the tweets happen, and then because again I don't read track lists.
Yeah.
I don't want to read them. I want to be surprised while I'm immersed in my car driving, listening to the music for the first time. It took me about 4 tracks to realize like, okay,
these are old songs.
you got me.
I'm dead.
No guidance myself, man. They got me. They got me
I'm
for sure.
dead.
So, I mean, I guess we asked the question why.
Because he's Drake and he knows he can make money off releasing old songs.
Facts.
Like I literally thought to myself, I'm like, why would Drake do this other than for money? And I'm like, and he says his greatest hits, and these were the singing greatest hits.
Did he claim them as greatest hits?
Yeah,
in the tweet. Is
yeah,
that what
whatever
the tweet
his
said?
thing said was like, oh, my greatest hits.
Yeah,
these are the songs that were never
did.
on albums.
It was the quote unquote Lucy's.
These were the Lucy's.
They would say in the industry.
And I remember looking at track listing. I'm like, oh, I remember all these songs when they all dropped, but they were never on albums. They're all like singles and whatever, just random mixtapes. Not mixtapes. You know, he drops those 2 tracks.
Yeah, like a little,
He always does that. Like the greatest of thing
bundle.
pack. I want to say, being from Toronto, Caribana weekend, OVO Fest weekend. What was your first time you remember of anyone putting on Drake or hearing Drake or you actually saying Drake? Wow, like this is Drake.
Well, kind of alluding to it before with comeback season. What was that song when he took not the RoboCop beat? What Kanye beat did he take? Doom doom.
I can't remember track list.
You.
Oh god, my ears are bleeding.
What's it called again?
Where I'm coming.
I wanna say that's not the lyrics. You. I'm just doing the melody. Hey.
Rich Kid, Boy Wonder.
I don't know what that's called.
1 second.
The way you do no.
Don't you have a
it's
man?
on 808s for sure.
Don't you have a man?
No, I'm gonna look at this up myself.
Do what you do.
No.
Easy to please.
It has that little like computer beat to it. You know what I'm
Barry
talking about,
Bonds?
man? I'm talking about 808s and Heartbreak.
Oh, I thought you said you're talking about comeback season, song on
No.
comeback. Oh, I thought you were talking about song on comeback season.
No.
That's why I went to comeback season.
I'm like, why are you on comeback season? I'm talking about Heartless.
Oh, you gotta be so
No,
hard.
not Heartless. Not Heartless. Sorry, my fault.
What? Heartless is a classic.
Say You Will. My fault. I'm so dumb. Jesus
Say
Christ.
you will.
Say You Will. No Drake freestyle over this one.
Yes.
That's my
Vibed.
first introduction to Drake.
Well, who put you on that? You just found it randomly? Did someone say listen to this track?
It's funny because I don't particularly remember. I just remember because I was very early in the social media game, like the forum days and that kind of stuff. And I remember, like, for example, I would have had this on my MySpace at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would have had this on my T.Y or on
Jeez,
my Vibe TO at one
T.Y,
point.
Vibe TO.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of like, I remember playing it back. And then I remember kind of just having those conversations in, like, it would have been early high school in that case? Or would have been late
high school. With
Not
Drake?
late high school. With Drake?
Drake was late high school. Drake just started blowing up. So Comeback Season came out in 2007.
Yeah. You're
and
right.
we
you're
were
right.
in late high school.
Yeah. So it was like grade 11, give or take. Something like that, yeah. I just remember having those discussions and then just bumping that over and over again. And then, like I said, once he kind of went to the So Far Gone route, that was before my ears was adapting to anything other than rap. You know what I mean? So I wasn't trying to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I was just trying to hear the rap, and that's what Comeback Season was. So I mean, that's really my recollection. That's my first.
Oh, well, fair
take.
enough.
What about you for yourself?
Actually, it was coming back from a Kid Cudi concert in 2008.
Jeez.
I was with someone. I'm not gonna drop the Govy because again, we don't know if he really wants to draw, but you know the person. We'll just say Sansi for you. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know.
Okay.
And he's like, "Hey, you heard this song?"
Sansa Stark.
And Drake had this one song that was always playing on Flow 93.5, which is a radio station, Toronto's hip hop radio station.
Jeez, this guy advertised for Toronto's hip hop.
Let everyone out there know. I'm so fly, I'm sky high, and I dare anybody.
That song.
I love that song on the radio
so much.
I loved it, and then he was
because
like, "Yeah,
it was so different than Say What's Real," which is the name of the Drake song.
It was totally different Drake.
Oh my
He was
god,
half singing, half rapping.
So this is the Drake that I remember. And this is off of YouTube. So UMG
Please.
and Sony, we have nothing to say to me.
Niggas the cue to go, so they stick around kicking out feedback, and I entertain it as if I need that. I had a talk with my uncle and he agreed that my privacy about the only thing I need back. But it's hard to think of them polite flows when Stefano Pilato suits are your night clothes and Jordan sweatsuits are your flight clothes, and you still make it even when they say your flight clothes. Eyes hurting from the
Camera show, light pose. Yeah, he smoked that shit, man. That's a Drake I know.
Yeah, I'm so fly was not the Drake.
I hated that song. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah. So he put me onto that song, and I was like, okay, that song's pretty dope. And he's like, yeah, he also has this song with Lil Wayne, and everyone that knows me, Lil Wayne's my favorite rapper. You can't tell me someone has a song with Lil Wayne, and you're gonna tell me not to like that song. The song was Ransom.
So you loved all those Ken and Rudolph songs?
Yeah, I didn't love them. I didn't love them. I didn't love them, but I listened to them a few times. But yeah, other than that, since then, we've just been watching him grow. But it feels nice to like watch the greatest, not the greatest, but actually I would call him commercially the greatest artist.
Well, you got to say greatest of the era.
Yeah, he's our Elvis. I'm putting him on Elvis status on our level. I think he can sell out.
That's not a bad comparison.
I think he can sell out anywhere in the world.
That's not a bad comparison.
Easily.
In terms of
being from Toronto, it's
quote,
awesome.
Unquote, authentic he appears to be compared to others. But no, like you said, you gotta love the growth. You always gotta salute the growth, and when you can come out with a greatest hits of B-sides,
Right.
of Lucy's,
Of songs you've come out with. You know, as I was listening to it, I was like, oh damn, first track, bumping it. Second track, the motion sang the whole thing. Third track after 7 p.m. in Toronto or whatever, 7 a.m. in Toronto. Then I was like, wait, I know every song on this.
This guy's like, why do I know that? Like, did it come out the gate just
like,
me knowing the words?
How can Drake do that? Like, Drake released a whole album. I'm bumping first thing in the morning, and I know all these songs. Like, these songs I can just go download or find anywhere.
It's crazy shit.
Shout out to Drake, man.
I did see a tweet that said, I don't know if it was Hot Take or Scopo Tumana or whatever.
Scopo Tumana.
But it was like, yo, Care Package is the calm before the storm that is Take Care 2.
I don't think Drake's ever going to do a part 2 of an album. I don't think so.
Think about it like this. I'm just freestyling right now.
Yeah.
What if he did a part 2 of every single album?
I would
and
not
he would be
like
relevant
that.
for the next 10 years.
I would not like that.
You wouldn't want Nothing Was the Same 2?
No, I hate when people do that, especially when you have like a good album.
You didn't like Blueprint 2?
I'd rather you not call it Blueprint.
Damn.
Just call it something else. Just call it a totally different word. I hate when people, because when you come out with like a good one, like Dedication series, it lost its value because.
But it lost its value after like 6.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's that. 6. Like
That's
Dedication
true.
3 was still
3
hard.
was hard. 3 was hard.
Like,
Yeah.
so you can't hate on that.
That's
like,
true. I guess if you stopped after 3, it would have been like, yo, it was
I think
hard.
you can do 2. Like,
Okay, 2 is fine.
Blueprint 3, but see, Blueprint was different. I mean, it's Jay-Z's cheat code. But Blueprint was different because they really were blueprints.
Again, I do get it. I get the concept.
But I think in typical situations, don't extend beyond 2.
Yeah, 2, 3,
Even
max.
in movies,
Even Toy Story 4, man, that was cheap.
Yeah,
man.
I didn't watch Toy Story 4.
I watched the
I
fourth
still haven't
one.
watched New Lion King.
I'm not in
a
a rush to watch
way
it.
people are
The way people are saying, right? It's not a thing you gotta rush.
Yeah.
You know, if it's on Netflix, it's on Netflix.
But yeah, man, shout out to Drake, Care Package. Definitely
Go listen to that.
good to have that on digital streaming platforms.
Definitely
ultimately is what that comes down to. I don't know how people listen to music through SoundCloud. I just don't get it.
It's not fun.
It's just not friendly. It's a whole separate app. The search sucks. Every link you click is somebody else's song.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
Hard.
Every
Difficult.
song sounds like Drake featuring Drake.
Difficult. So there's really only one album I listened to this week.
One more than I did.
Black Milk,
Go.
Dive.
Where's Black Milk from? Is that a band?
Black Milk is one person, one rapper.
Oh,
You've
okay.
heard the name before. I've mentioned him on my rotation before.
Okay, I know I've heard it before.
And you've also heard him because he's on Mass Appeal Records. So when Mass Appeal dropped, what was it, Starting
that
Five,
Starting
Volume 1?
Five. Yeah, he was on it?
He was on that. I think he was on one song.
Okay.
Black Milk, I'm told he's from...
New
let
York?
me not get this wrong. I gotta go back and read the chat. I was talking to, shout out to my guy Vic, BKC, Blank Canvas Crew. You already know what it is.
Shout out to Black Canvas Crew.
I was talking to him and I was letting him know, I was like, yo, that new Black Milk is out. And he's like, this is old, no? I was like, nah, this is new. Like, what up? He's like, oh, I gotta check it out for sure because when someone from the home city drops, I gotta listen to it.
Says Detroit, Michigan here.
Yeah, I'm like, say word, he's from Detroit. I didn't know that. He's like, yeah, man, y'all miss a lot of facts. I was like, listen, man.
Damn.
It's a True North podcast. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Shout out to, what's his name, sorry?
Vic, man.
Shout out to Vic for correcting us or, letting us know Black Milk is from Detroit.
But nah, salute to that.
Let us know.
It's always jokes in that. But no, man, Black Milk, a very, very good album. He's somebody that when I kind of listened to for the first time, back when I mentioned it on rotation, it was like 20 weeks ago. It was somebody that I said to myself, I want to keep an eye on.
One of those.
And then obviously Mass Appeal came out. I saw his name again. I was like, oh shit, okay, that guy's there again. And I like the Mass Appeal project. I should go back and bump the Mass Appeal project.
You like that too?
Now that I think about it. We'll talk about that later. Anyways, I guess it kind of got me in the mood, and I mean, it's extending to Mass Appeal now. But Black Milk, again, is one of those names, at least by name recognition, I'm going to be intrigued.
Fair enough.
So I decided to check this one out. It's called Dive.
Damn.
And let's just say from track number one is called Save Yourself. It sets the tone for the album. Let me just find this here.
You better save yourself. Fame got my head swole. Yeah, really got a hole. Guess I gotta save myself. Money taking control. This is all a nigga knows.
So I mean, right away, your thing's off.
That sounded sick. That's what I said.
Right away, I didn't even know you were gonna kind of catch on to it within 5 seconds, but it kind of,
I was bobbing already.
You're already bobbing to it, so you kind of get that chill vibe immediately, that lo-fi type feel to it. Sets the expectations for the album. Like I said, there's a few other standout songs for me. I don't want to go track by track, but there's a few other standout songs for me. I really liked the 5th song. It's called Blame.
Okay. Hey. Freestyling on the beat. Hey. Rapping on the track. Hey. Podcasting.
Ready for the fall. Love from the past got you ready for a loss. Waiting for the call.
So I won't play all of that, but I really like the jazzy type beat on that. Again, still has a little lo-fi-esque to it because lo-fi obviously incorporates a lot of jazz within it. I really like the 6th song. That one was called Swim, featuring Phil Swish. I think it's his younger brother. Anyways.
They play your part. Never had a chance to deal a hand, just play the cards. On guard, some would rather go from.
Need I say more? I mean, that's right up my subgenre. That's right up my alley of the type of hip hop that I like.
Hip-hop.
There was another song on there called Don't Say. I feel like it was the strongest song on the album, or the strongest lyrical showing at the very least on the album. So let me play a little bit of that.
The wall causes us all to act defiant. I witness how your country goes silent when blacks is dying. I witness how we give and in return I'm getting nothing. Since days of a youngin', cops and gave me one reason to trust them.
I didn't play that purposely. That's just how many bars there are on that song.
Every time, no matter what you played, it would have been a bar.
Yeah, so that's the kind of song that you're getting there. And then I really felt like this album had a theme to it. I feel like I need to listen to it a few more times or maybe read some reviews to see if there was intentionally a theme. But I really felt this kind of theme to it where it was like a true album experience. Like he goes through kind of his pains at the beginning, a little bit more lo-fi-esque, a little bit sadder, if you want to call it that. And then track number 10, which is the second last song, that one's called Time. So just kind of hear the beat to this one.
The best of none, chasing time, expect to run. Racing time, the race is won by the hands on the clock already. So
at least from a beat perspective, again, it starts to kind of pick up a little bit while still staying mellow. And then the final song is called Now Begin.
Oh, 11 songs on this album.
Yes, it's called Now Begin, and it's only an instrumental. And again, the beat sounds like this.
Reading off my laptop. I had to get my laptop off the laptop. Put on my laptop.
Somehow, some way, feels like kind of the perfect outro. Like, okay, now we've gone through that experience. We've become uplifted. Now it's time to begin.
Damn, shout out.
So I haven't really made all the connections yet. I don't know if this is intentional, but art is subjective, and it's how you take it anyway.
Exactly.
So I'm really happy to have that first listen experience because now I can always kind of incorporate it as that, even if it's not really that.
Yeah, that's good, man.
So you always appreciate that kind of music.
For sure.
Always. So that's a super dope album. I would definitely recommend people listening to that. Fun fact.
Fun.
He produced all the songs on the album.
Damn, that's crazy.
So we're talking again like a J. Cole, like a Russ in that sense.
Kanye, to an extent. Kanye does produce his own music. What do you mean?
I guess.
It's the same way J. Cole produces his music, the same way Kanye produces his music.
Maybe.
In my opinion. Like
Okay.
they work in rooms with other people.
I'm not mad at that.
But I
You're
think
right.
they have the final say, like, no, I want to put a
Like
drum here.
EP. Like your executive producer. But overall, like I said, man, I think you're getting a much cooler vibe on this. It's right up my subgenre of hip hop. Cool beats. Sometimes you're kind of getting that lo-fi feel. Sometimes you're getting that jazzy feel. You're getting the introspective lyrics. You're getting the flow. Again, good lyricism on songs like "Don't Say," which you just heard. And again, I feel like the features really enhance the album, so they're kind of few and far between. Phil Swish, like I said, Sam Austin's BJ the Chicago Kid, and Mad is on there as well. MAHD. So definitely some names on there, and I was reading a little bit of an article about it. I felt like it was accurate to kind of describe it. It was like really a lot of sentences. I'm questioning the writing style, but it was decent. It says, let's see here. It says, it starts with Save Yourself, where Black Milk talks about a friendship over a mellow beat. The next song is Black NASA, which talks about self-empowerment over an atmospheric beat, while the track If You Say talks about staying true to yourself over a meditative beat. The song Relate sees us with Black Milk and his younger brother, Mad. Sorry, I mentioned the wrong name as his brother. Talking about depression over a somber instrumental, while the song Blame gets romantic over a smooth instrumental.
I feel like that's the wrong way to listen to music.
Track by track.
And not to don't do it song over an instrumental. Try to listen to it as one big sound.
Right, but I guess if you're trying to describe it for someone trying to visualize it, I think to describe it, yes.
But I wouldn't say
it has to be one.
Yeah.
To listen to it. The song Swim is a meditative cut based around the idiom sink or swim, of course, while the track right after is a Flying Lotus influenced instrumental piece. The song Don't Say talks about fake love over a druggy beat, while Out Loud serves as a psychedelic instrumental interlude. The the track Time talks about I don't know, talks about time over a glitchy beat.
Wow.
And then the EP finishes with the synth heavy Now Begin instrumental piece.
Sure.
Very descriptive, clearly. A lot of beats going on, a lot of descriptive type beats going on. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. Decent album. I would say it's a solid 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, damn. 7.5.
Obviously, I want to be very consistent with ratings. I think I wilded out on Corday.
What'd you give Corday?
8.5.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, you wild out. What did I give him? 7.5?
You give it 7.5.
Yeah, I'm sticking with 7.5.
I'll give Corday an 8. And I'm giving Black Milk a 7.5. That one's called Dive. Definitely worth the listen.
8.5 to Corday. I'm crazy. You're crazy.
I was crazy. I was hyped though. I was.
It was a good. It is a good album for a first album.
First listen, I was going nuts. But that's going to be the end of our new music segment. So let's finish off the music potpourri, of course, by asking that final question. What is in your rotation, sir?
Do you want me to start this week?
Please.
I can start if you want me to. Not because my computer, wow, my phone's taking forever. All right, here we go. So this week actually was not a big week for me, believe it or not.
Well, I can tell by the lack of new music.
African Giant, Burner Boy.
Okay. I heard that album's hard. I haven't listened to it.
It's hard. I'm not finished it, but it's hard, man. I'm loving it. The Lost Boy by YBN Corday. She's been in my rotation. Like I play that almost like I think I play that once every 2 days.
Did you play his Funk Flex?
No, I want to be in the right mood to listen to it. I haven't tried. I'm probably gonna listen to it after this.
I was in the right mood.
Was it good?
I'll let you listen to it.
Okay. The Big Day. I have gone back to bump a few tracks off it. I'm not playing the whole album. It's 22 songs, man. But The Big Day by Chance the Rapper. Yep, that's my rotation. DJ Snake came out with an album called Carte Blanche.
We mentioned it last week as well.
So I went to bump some of the few songs because he has some features I like Magic Jordan, who's an OVO artist. Just two of them. He had a song with Offset, Sheck West, 21 Savage, and Gucci.
Sheck, he's out again.
He had a song with Bryson Tiller. He had a song there with J Balvin and Tyga. A song with Sean Paul and some other people. A song called Plastic Toy, which sounds familiar. So either I went to listen to that. It was okay. Nothing special. Maybell, like I said.
Yep.
I listened to her stuff. Yeah, she sounds good. Care Package. I have bumped a lot of those songs a lot of times. And yeah, other than that, it's really been a quiet week. I'm into this podcast about heists, so I've been bumping that. Not like I'm trying to heist anything. But
you're just, inquiring.
Exactly.
Inquiring mind.
If I ever find myself in a situation where heist might happen, I'll be like, oh yeah, I listened to this podcast about heist and they did this instead.
Very interesting.
That's me. What is in your rotation, sir?
My rotation, expansive but tight at the same time, if that makes sense. So
I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens either. So I'm going to try to go in a descending order, I guess. So the music that I listened to earliest in the week.
I thought that's what we've always been doing.
I mean, I just look at my recently played and I scroll.
Oh.
So I technically start at the end of the scroll and then scroll to the front is what I'm doing now.
Okay, gotcha.
So, Shine by Wale. Really like that album. Very underrated album by Wale in 2017. Doubling that up with album About Nothing. That was 2015 Wale. Might be my favorite album of his, although I really go back and forth between that and Ambition.
Was Ambition an album or a mixtape?
Ambition was an album, I believe.
That's my favorite album from him.
Yeah, that one is nuts.
But
holy shit.
The album About Nothing, sorry, a little side note. I just felt like it was like an upgrade. Like he showed that
like it was just better quality.
Yes.
But Ambition was better.
Ambition just felt like better lyricism, better.
I agree with that.
Artistry.
I think that's a good way to put it. And I never really thought about it like that for myself. I went back and I bumped No Problems by Lil Scrappy. I don't know why. At one point
Lil
to
Scrappy?
me, I'm not even joking. At one point to me, Scrappy was like
the GOAT?
top 3 in the game at the moment.
Wow.
Because he was running BET charts.
How old were you at this time?
The song No Problems was number 1 on 106 & Park.
How old were you at this time?
I was young enough to be impressionable by 106 & Park.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right? Like that was the era when 106 & Park was your complete compass for
That's
hip-hop.
Brandy and
Who?
Was it Brandy? Oh, that was before Brandy. Not Brandy. Not Brandy. What's her name?
Roxy. I
think Brandy.
Wow. Damn.
I don't know why I thought Brandy.
I don't think it was AJ and Free era.
It was Roxy and
was it Roxy and Terrence?
Terrence.
I don't remember when No Problems came out. So
either way, shout out to Lil Scrappy and you listening to him.
But I used to bump Scrappy a lot, which
Damn.
is a lot, like a
A
lot,
lot.
a lot.
More than Jay-Z?
As much at one point.
Oh, wow. You must have loved him then.
He was really good. Like that was right around the time that Nuck If You Buck came out. I loved now
Nuck
it's
If You
popular,
Buck.
yeah. But,
Yeah, but
Nuck
then-
If You Buck was always one of my favorite songs of all
Yeah.
time, bro. Anyways, I'm not gonna say Big Day because I didn't really go back to it. 1123 by BJ the Chicago Kid.
Okay.
Really good R&B
Like that last
project. So I
week.
definitely picked a few off of that. I had to watch the video for Time Today. Remember when I talked about that song? And I said Time Today definitely goes on a playlist that I don't
Yeah,
have.
you said that.
Now I have to make a playlist because on YouTube there's a video for it, and the leading lady in the video is none other than Scotty Beam.
Jeez,
So
that's your girl.
Come on, man.
That's
It's
your
automatic.
girl.
It's
Hey,
automatic
Scotty.
at this point. She's so beautiful. It's ridiculous. Anyways, Boogie. Everything's for sale.
That's a good album, man.
Quality.
That's such a good album.
I went back and I bumped that album because it's still important to talk about that album.
Oh, yeah.
That to me is a top 3 album this year.
Did it come out this year or
It
come out
did.
last year?
Remember early
Oh.
20
I
January.
think it's up there.
January 2019.
Oh, we died.
Like you have to have this in your top 3. This should not be forgotten. Don't let this become to some degree Redemption by J Rock.
Redemption got slept on. A lot.
Right? Like don't make this become that. Everything for Sale is a great album.
I gotta go back and bump it.
You can argue the Eminem track is the weakest song on the album.
I think so too.
And I always skip that one.
I mean, honestly, lately Eminem features have been kind of weak.
Yeah.
He's kind of over his.
We don't want to say it out loud, but
Oh yeah, people don't like it. People don't like when you don't say nice things about him.
yes. This is the EP I was talking about. It's called All About You
Oh,
by
thank you.
Milo, Migloe. I'm gonna play a little bit of Milo, man, just to salute her again.
Shout out to Milo.
This one's called Black Civic. You would think it's called like Black Mercedes, but it's not.
Maybe she only had a black Civic.
Pull up in that sexy black Civic. Feel the wind rush through my hair. Touch my thigh and take me there.
I made that face because I just imagine texting a girl and she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pull up in my sexy black Civic." I'm
Listen,
like, "Wait, what?" Like, nah, y'all turning me on with that.
Yo, the Civic could be sexy.
Sexy
man.
black
Listen,
Civic? Nah, man,
the
guess
Civic could be sexy.
sexy
man.
black Ferrari. I'm like, okay,
What did
pull up.
Kendrick say? I'm gonna make it look sexy.
If I slap a bitch, nigga, I'm gonna make it look sexy.
That's a problematic bar in 2019. But what else did I listen
problematic in
to?
2019.
Saba, Beautiful Smile, the single or the Lucy that he released. Mick Jenkins, Pieces of a Man, really
Mick
good project.
Jenkins.
I went back and I bumped Layla's Wisdom by Rapsody, one of the best albums of 2017.
Said that.
Still think that way after listening to it again, and definitely getting my ears back in that Rhapsody mode for the new album that's coming out. What else did I bump? I went back and I bumped Ninth Wonder Presents Jamla is the Squad.
One
part
and two?
one. Just part one. So that's the one that came out, I think, in 2015.
Yes, sir.
Really enjoyed that one. Remember, I was listening to that one for a while before 2 even came out. So that's actually the one that I remember more. So I'm going to naturally lean towards that one more. This is where I start getting a little predictable. So I listened to The Gifted by Wale. I listened to Ambition by Wale. I listened to...
MMG.
No, a little bit less predictable. The Lost Boy by YBN Corday. I listened to that new Rhapsody single, Ibtihaj. What?
Ibtihaj.
Ibtihaj. I listened to Revenge of the Dreamers 3. I listened to Dive by Black Milk. I'm going to call that a rotation project. And that's kind of it.
Hey, shout out.
That's kind of it. So relatively tight from that end.
That's a good
but
rotation.
Still very extensive.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into some random shit, man. Do we have anything for random thoughts?
I do have something for random.
NBA announced their arm crock up. NBA announced their Christmas Day schedule.
They did. Did you see
Raptors got some
champions? Finally, but you know the
I
one
feel like they trolled
season.
us. I feel like they trolled us.
They did.
They gave us love the 1 year. I mean, we can't say we have no one. We have Spicy and Kyle.
Yeah, but you know we're not favorites. We're not favorites like we were last season.
We're like Washington.
We're not even
before John Wall got
contenders.
injured.
We're not even contenders.
Would you say we're Washington before John Wall got injured?
No, we're better than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Washington was like 48 win team.
I still think we're better.
Couldn't
Than,
beat
I think.
Cleveland.
I think Washington is. I think we're better than Washington.
Before John Wall got injured.
Before John Wall, I think we're
And
still better.
before
Than,
Beal turned into this super fucking
I think we're better than them.
Okay. Interesting. But yeah, no. So Raptors versus Boston.
You looking forward to this matchup? It's gonna be the family matchup. By family matchup,
I like that we're on a Christmas Day schedule.
Yeah, I like that.
Without a star.
Without a
Technically,
star?
although all we're going to hear is a bunch of Jeff Van Gundy talking about Pascal Siakam. That's all we're going to hear.
Yes.
And this guy, Pascal Siakam, let me tell you about him.
He works hard every day.
I really love his game. Like, okay, we get it, guys. You guys
say something not vague.
You love Pascal. We get it. Clippers versus Lakers at Staples Center. I don't know why the NBA had
What?
had to
I had no
advertise
idea
that
that's where it will be.
as if it was in Inglewood.
Inglewood.
I don't get it, but that's gonna be a good one. I like to see that on Christmas Day.
I wonder how the schedule's gonna go out. It's gonna be because it's what 9 to 12 pretty much
all day.
I love those.
All day. I love that.
I hate
they
it. Just
do it every year. So they
the first game starts at 9, right? I just can't remember what time.
9.
Yeah, because it goes 9 to.
Wasn't it
3 hours? So it's 9 to 12, 12 to 3, 3 to 6, 6
they
to
have
9.
they have a 12 slot for sure, a 3 slot, a 5 slot. They don't do 6.
They don't do 5, 6.
They do 5 with the Central game,
8 and 10.
and then they do, I believe, 8 and 10:30.
Okay, so it starts at 12. No, I thought it started at 9 a.m.
I thought it started at noon.
Oh, it started at
So
noon.
it starts
Okay.
at noon. You get your 12, 3, 5, 8, 10, 5 games.
5 games.
Okay, then yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense.
I don't know. I thought it started earlier.
No,
I just hated it because whenever I have to drive somewhere, like fuck, I'm missing part of a
I
game.
know, like, yeah, because it would be like noon and it's already like first quarter started.
Yeah.
Like, yo, chill.
You're trying to go to dinner at someone's house, like it's like 5 o'clock. You're missing the end of someone's game. It's
missing
a
it.
game.
What else happened in the world of world?
Do you want to talk about Mario Lopez?
Mario Lopez. Focus.
I would rather
And I
not
gotta
talk
take
about
all
this.
that badass showbiz.
I'd rather stay away
He
from
said some
this.
problematic stuff. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think it was problematic.
I don't know. I didn't hear the full thing, so I'm gonna stay away from it.
Exactly. That's the thing. I only heard like part of it, and from what I heard, it wasn't problematic, and I'm gonna stay away from that.
I'm definitely gonna stay away from even commenting on what you said. So let me see if I
know I do
put
have some
anything
stuff.
else on this thing.
I did screenshot some.
Tristan Thompson got back with his first baby mama.
Yo, man.
Is he Canada's #1 city boy?
I think he is.
Oh my god, he's a city boy.
NF, do you know him? He's a white rapper.
I don't.
I don't think he's good. He came out with an album called The Search last week. It beat out Chance's Chance's.
Oh yeah, I heard
Chance's album. He sold 126. Chance sold 119.
That's crazy.
Unreal.
That's crazy. Chance doesn't even get a #1 album. That sucks. Unless he gets it week 2, which he might.
Probably.
He might. He actually might.
I can see that.
To pull a DJ Khaled.
Have you heard of this guy called Young Bands?
Yes.
Do you see the DJ Academic post on him?
Yeah, I can't tell if it's beef. I can't tell. If
Or
Young
they
Band
do have
really
beef.
Promos him. Like I don't know what's like.
They do have
I don't pay
beef,
too much attention.
but my only thing I want to talk about it's not even about the beef. It's not about Young Bands. It's not even about DJ Academics. It's about how he had that many features on his album and sold under 10K.
Yeah, it's so little.
It just shows you that it's not about your features. You still need some sort of
Substance.
Yes.
That sucks.
And he had names of Gunna, and I can't find it right now.
XX
Gunna,
was on
XX, Young Thug, I think.
Thug. I don't think Thug. I think
Nav was on it.
Yeah.
Like people that have the hype, people that lead the hype train.
The good thing is that era of hip hop. I mean, I don't know. I've never listened to his music, so I don't know what he sounds like.
He sounds shit.
But if I'm to assume he's of the mumble rap era,
yeah, I'll put him in that category.
That era got out of here. I told you that shit came and left, and I'm happy. Like you see, Smoke Perp fucking trying to hype up nowadays, and
oh yeah, Smoke Perp was.
I had 3 girlfriends first. Da 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 da. Like okay, he's right. He's actually right because I do remember those videos. These little white girls like.
Yeah, they do whatever.
Yeah. But Smoke Perp, he clearly is trying to hype himself up for something.
Oh, it was always known that the ones with
dropping something.
The ones with talent were going to stay, and the ones without talent were just going to be gone. The Uzi stayed, and
I don't know if Uzi's staying.
I think Uzi's staying, man. I think Uzi's staying.
Uzi's hanging on by a thread.
I don't think
I'll
so.
tell you that much.
Uzi can drop shit right now, and people will flock to it like.
Yeah, they will flock to it, but again, after the release, what happens? It's like almost like chance. But let's think. I have nothing else for random. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought I had more stuff, but let me just check my screen saves quickly. If not, then we can advance. Yada yada yada. Nope, not that. Not that. Who's that? Nope, not that. Not that. No. Okay, I'm done. I'm good to go.
Okay, great. So let's move on to the CCS.
Yes, sir.
Crazy Canadian shit.
Yes.
The crazy shit. It's the wild shit. It's the what the F. It's the, you know what I mean? It's eye-raising stories from right here in Canada. Sometimes it's close to home, Toronto, around town, GTA. Yeah, I mean. Other times it's national. Other times it's in parts of town that we don't know about. It is pretty local this time around.
Yes.
So first we'll talk about.
Actually, I want you to start because I have a perfect segue into the first topic on the list.
Okay,
That
so
makes sense.
I'm gonna start with the third thing I have.
Well, if you start with the third one, then I'll segue into mine, and if you start with the first one, I'll segue after the.
Okay, then I will start with the third one.
Yes.
Okay.
It's complicated. We're trying to do this without trying to turn off the mic, guys.
For real. So Raptors, Serge Ibaka.
NBA champion.
NBA champion.
Thank you. Get that shit
Mr.
right.
Champion Obaka.
Yes.
Ibaka, my fault. He's given back to Regent Park. Now, Regent Park is an area in Toronto, an area that has been under the poverty line for quite a while until it has been gentrified.
It's en route to being gentrified.
It definitely is.
In a few years.
I don't know if you've driven by there recently.
I have.
It's definitely gentrified.
Like, I mean, in a few years, it will be completely. There'll be no signs of what it was before.
Brooklyn,
yes.
Basically, for those that have a
some sort of understanding.
Some kind of understanding. So Serge Ibaka is giving back. So you definitely want to salute to that. I didn't know if I wanted to put this in the shoutouts or the CCS, but
I like in CCS.
Serge Ibaka might love food as much as he loves basketball. On Wednesday, don't know what date that is, the Raptors player made a special appearance at Regent Park Community Food Center. It was called Taste of Regent Park. This year, the charity partnered with the center in an effort to alleviate hunger in the neighborhood. Ibaka is known for his love of cooking, of course, through his YouTube channel, How Hungry Are You?
Kawaii, are you coming back?
Yada, 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 yada. It's from my past experience, yada, yada, yada. Okay.
Just give him a round of applause.
Now he says he wants to give back, and he feels like he wants to accomplish yada, yada, yada. Okay, so he has a foundation. I'm trying to see here. It's aligned with what the Community Food Center stands for, which is access to fresh food for everyone. And ultimately, again, the Serge Ibaka Foundation partnered with and aligned themselves with the Regent Park Community Food Center. So you always want to salute to that. You always want to give a shout out to that. And yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out to Serge, man. Just doing his thing and making his money.
Definitely. Shout out to him. That's all I got there.
So segue. Speaking of someone else in Toronto. That was that segue. Another person in Toronto, Carolina weekend, celebrities. Last week we had Quavo.
Quavious Huncho.
Except this guy was a little bit balder, about a foot shorter, and had a security team that had a shirt called Security. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're not from Toronto, there was this video that went around Toronto, and it was some guy faking to be Quavo coming out of Holt Revenue, the Gucci store.
Holt Renfrew?
Whatever they call that store. I don't know. I don't shop there. And people running up to, oh my gosh, Quavo, I'm your biggest fan. It was not Quavo. It was a guy with two tall ass guys beside him. One of them that could beat up. He had shirts that said Security. They actually had to close down the Gucci store and leave him in there, tell the crowd to disperse, and then they walked him out. And it wasn't Quavo.
That is so funny, man.
That just shows you how much Toronto guys, we need to stop being fanboys and just take us 2 seconds and just think. Like, pull up a phone. All you guys are probably on Instagram. Just go on Quavo's Instagram, look at the picture, and look at that dude's face.
Yeah.
Quavo has face tattoos. That guy had nothing on his face.
Quavo is like 6'2".
This guy was like 5'4".
I was trying to see where to YouTube it, but I couldn't really find it.
I only saw it on 6Buzz.
Yeah, I know. I only saw it on 6Buzz as well. But I guess exclusive content. Fuck, good for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's crazy, man.
Just stop being followers in Toronto.
Stop following. Like, yo,
think. Like,
Use your motherfucking
it
head.
was some girl like, I'm your biggest fan. I'm like, no, you're not. Clearly, you're not.
Exactly.
Clearly, you're not.
Like, she's like, are you really Quavo? Are you really Quavo?
I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, please.
I'm your biggest fan.
I bet. Moving on.
Yes.
LeBron James's Uninterrupted launches in Canada.
Okay.
Do you know what Uninterrupted is?
Isn't that his show? He has a show, and I can't remember. No, I'll just say no.
I don't either. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's a network of like, I don't even know what it
Media company.
is. Yeah, it's his media company.
I'm just reading the article right here.
There we go. Like that's what I meant by his network, like his media company.
He is expanding his media company Uninterrupted to Canada with former Rogers Sportsnet president Scott Moore. Don't know who that is.
Where do we
heard
apply?
the name though. True.
Let's get true enough views in that.
Mm.
Yeah, who do I got to email to get on this?
This will be the company's first international expansion since it launched in the United States in 2015. Let's see here. What else do they want to say about that? The media company will create authentic, athletic-driven storytelling content. Are you looking at my paper?
Yeah,
Yo,
I was gonna wait till it's done.
Basement
It's
be
too
cold
cold.
out
I
here,
was gonna say,
man.
is it too cold?
I gotta move that air somehow,
Okay.
some way,
I
man.
was like, I'll wait till we're done to ask you.
That's black people tactics.
Hey,
Man.
it makes it work.
So it added that the media company will create authentic, athletic-driven storytelling content, events, and merchandise, and is collaborating with Shopify, which is interesting, to develop content that will spotlight athletes and entrepreneurialism.
Nice.
Uninterrupted has signed an exclusive first deal with Toronto Raptors star Serge Ibaka, and also plans to make a motivational series with former All-Star, former Toronto Blue Jays pitcher Marcus Stroman. Marcus Stroman, who of course was recently
Former.
traded
I can put that
to
in
the
there.
New York Mets.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's kind of it, man. That's kind of it.
Well,
So
shout out to Toronto. Shout out to
expansion is
Rogers.
good.
Shout out to Stroman. No shout out to the Blue Jays for trading him.
And sidebar, Canadian rapper Drake intends to be a part owner and will be promoting the platform and be an executive producer on several projects. So again, we talked about Drake's path to $1 billion.
The one thing I like about Drake is Drake has pretty much owned Toronto. He owns Toronto. Like, he's like, if you want to do business in Toronto,
You gotta come
come through me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my own pocket, my own out of this, and you can start working in Toronto. And I think that's amazing. And everyone knows if I want to do business in Toronto, having Drake beside me is a good,
It's a good
look in Toronto. So
It's a good
shout out to
look.
Drake, man. Like you said, road to $1 billion, and I think he's on that.
I think he's on.
I
it.
think he saw
it's exponential,
the,
and I think he's gonna skyrocket kind of the same way that Rihanna did. Like
That-
we didn't really see, although it made sense, we didn't really see Rihanna coming from the numbers. Like Rihanna has more than Beyonce.
VOG's moving
That
silence.
is fucking crazy to me. Like, thinking
VOG's
about that.
moving silence. That's a bar.
Yeah.
When people know your moves, they'll try and stop you. When they don't
Word.
know your moves, just show them the results.
Word. That's all I got though, man.
Yeah, I have nothing new.
Okay. True. Please. It's already cute, but cue that music.
Jump the gun there.
Because with that being said, that will bring us to the end.
So Kylie makes my lungs.
The unfortunate end of another episode of True North Views Podcast.
Palance for short. TNV for short, actually.
We talked about a lot of shit this week.
Talk about Rick Ross and
Rick Ross
album features.
album features. Is it too many?
Is it good? Is it bad?
All the things going on in Toronto. Did you come to any of them?
Did you come? I like that.
Let us know. Let us know if you were here. I don't know why you didn't already.
Yeah, let us know if
but
you're in Toronto. That's for real.
Let us know if you were here, and let us know how you felt about the events. How was Caravana? How was Veld? How was
OVO, if you went.
How was the food truck festival? How was anything that's going on in the city right now? Definitely had a few shout outs in order. Some of the new music that has dropped, Black Milk. Will you be giving that a listen? How do you feel about Drake's care package? Pause. A lot of conversation going on, man. So please continue that conversation by telling a friend
to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
You already know what it is. That's 6 degrees of separation.
Like you found out, you're what, 3 degrees from Jay-Z or 3
3
degrees from Obama?
Hove, 4 degrees from Obama.
5 from Beyonce.
A little
4.
2 degree from Drake. I mean, it is what it is.
2 from Drake? Okay.
I mean, Tristan
I
Thompson.
feel like everyone in Toronto. I feel like everyone in Toronto is 2 degrees away from Drake somehow.
Somehow, some way, Drake has managed to 2 degrees him from
Everyone in
every
Toronto.
single person in Toronto. So salute to that.
Actually,
now,
I know someone that went to school with him. The person wasn't a grade higher than him.
There you go.
But the person did go to school with him and said Drake was a loner kid in high school.
Makes sense.
Like he would just
I mean,
go to gym and just shoot alone. Like he had this like group of like 3 friends and that was it.
because he was holding in all that creative talent for what we see today.
That's the first positive thing I've ever heard you say about Drake.
It is.
I'm sorry. Let's end it there. Let's end it there. I want to sound that as a
now,
quote.
as usual, I go by the name of Harris.
You know me. I'm the skirt master, NBA champion, dropping triple doubles in the championship game while I don't pay the TTC and I robbed him for 64 mil. Pay me up. JustShola here.
And I guess you just got to tell them that number 1 rule, please.
It's summer. It was Caravana weekend. A lot of y'all are sending some messages out. Women, some of these guys are not going to respond. So I'm just like, let's go with this rule. Watch out for the waste mans.
Watch out for the motherfucking waste.
Especially the American ones at Caravana.
Damn, son, where'd you get that at? Anyways, man, stay cool out there. Stay
hot.
safe out there. There's a lot of shit
Have
going on in Toronto. Have fun.
But be safe, as he
Be
said.
safe. Be responsible.
Don't drink and drive.
Use protection.
Yeah.
Just don't do it if you don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
It's
it.
not worth it.
It's not worth it.
Do better.
Uber's not that expensive.
Your ticket is worse.
Your ticket is worse.
The
Your
car
record is worse.
Yeah, your car getting towed is worse.
Yeah, man. A lot of shit.
But have fun though.
A lot of shit, but have fun. Have fun. It's a True North Views podcast. It's episode 66.
Welcome to Toronto. Or goodbye from Toronto. Goodbye to Toronto.
Get it. I'm running up with
You go like 10 seconds before. Now you go like 2.
I don't know what the fuck.
I'm done.
Like, I'm not doing. Oh my god, no voice control. Man, it is what it is. It is what it is.